community, this is Tommy and welcome to another musical adventure. And today's adventure is just a discussion starter. I've made like an observation and I wanted to share it with you guys and see what you think. Comment down below, make your own video response, however you want to do this. It's completely up to you, no pressure. And maybe you've got some insight to add to this. Hey, before we get started with it though, I want to thank all of my subscribers, all the people that tune in, the people that regularly watch the channel. I appreciate it. I don't make content on a regular basis. That's probably detrimental to my channel. I wish that I made more videos or did more stuff. I'm hoping maybe this summer to do some more musical adventures, actually getting out of this room and showing you guys some different things. I've got some ideas and some places I want to take you guys. So hopefully we're going to do that. But to be honest with you, the last couple of years has just not been very kind for traveling or for adventure. So I picked a perfect time to start an adventure channel. But, you know, to be honest, what I've noticed a lot of times, like the videos that get the most interaction, the most views, things like that, are videos where I'm sitting right here and I'm talking about records, which is something I said I wanted to do less of. But, you know, whatever. I never make content with hits or views or anything like that in mind. I've always just made videos of things that I want to talk about and things that that are meaningful to me. And if you guys happen to like it, then that's great. And I understand that every video is going to be different. There's going to be some videos that aren't going to be as interesting as others. So that's cool too. But I really do appreciate the folks that do tune in, the folks that interact, comment, like. I do try to respond to everything. And I enjoy interacting with all of you, as you've always known. And I appreciate the insight. So here is my discussion. 3 kinds of record buyers. These are the 3 that I can break down or fall into categories. Some of us fall into one, some of us kind of straddle between a couple, and some of us are, you know, just all over the place, and that's fine. And this isn't in any way a criticism or a calling out or anything. I'm not trying to say, hey, you know, these guys are better than these other guys. They're just different, and these are the 3 types of record buyers that I've noticed. The first is, I don't care, I just want to have a record. They're not going to look at, they're not really going to care about condition. They don't care about the gear that they play it on. They just want to have records because records are cool. It's the cool thing. I mean, let's face it, vinyl has really just made a full comeback in that people are not surprised anymore to see it. I see people all the time, like at the mall, and they're standing at the little store, and they see the Crossley turntables, and they're like, oh, let's get this for my granddad, and he'll love it, and all that stuff. And I've never been one of those people, and you'll never hear it come out of my mouth that, oh, don't ever buy that. I know that people have very hard feelings about particularly Crossley and their products. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that, oh, everyone should have a Crossley and play their records on it. But I think it depends on what you're using it for. If you're going to buy records, and I always tell people that are getting into vinyl this, you know, it's an investment. It's just like buying a motorcycle. You're not going to go and buy a motorcycle and just have the motorcycle. You've got to buy all the gear, the saddlebags, the helmet, all the things that go along with it. You don't just have the motorcycle and go ride the motorcycle. It's the same thing with records, but there is a large portion of people who buy records that just want to have records. They don't care about, they'll go to the thrift store, they'll find some good records for $1 and buy a stack of them and listen to them, and it's fine. They're getting the enjoyment out of it, and that's great. The second kind is the collector. The collector is the type of record buyer that is going to buy all the variants. They want the color, they want the special editions, They want like, oh, this is the 1 in 100 copy of this. The thing that got me to think about this more recently was the McCartney 3, and the fact there were like how many variants of this one album that come out. Those of you that follow my channel know that I'm a big fan of Jack White and Third Man Records. A lot of what Third Man Records puts out is designed for the collector. Like, this is a special edition. It's got tricolors. It's got a special, whatever liquid, vinyl. It's all like collector minded type of releases. And that's fun. It can be a lot of fun. Record Store Day also kind of brings this stuff into the forefront, like picture disc and those kinds of things. And it's people that are either fans of a particular artist, that are big enough fans that they're going to buy anything that has that artist's name on it. Personally, I think it's a little bit of overkill. I think it was silly that McCartney released 27 variants of the same album. It just felt like a little bit too much, especially an album that is so readily available. And that's a criticism. It's no fault against McCartney. Hey, make all the money, and as long as people want to buy those records, that's fine. No one came to my house and forced me to buy any of it that I didn't want. So, I'm not knocking this as a practice. I think it's fine. If you want to buy 27 variants of a particular title, buy 27 variants of a particular title and enjoy it. And that's great. Some of the collectors, it's all about resale and all about like, oh, I'm going to, trade and wheel and deal and all that stuff. Again, you have the freedom to do what you want to do. You're not going to get any criticism from me on that. And the third type, which is kind of what I am, is what I call, for lack of a better word or better title, the music lover. Someone that enjoys the music, that wants the record to enjoy, to enjoy the experience of listening to it, of putting it on. These are the guys, and a lot of you in the VC, a lot of my channel watchers, it's all about finding a good pressing, a good sounding pressing, a quality pressing of a record, seeking that stuff out. Some of you guys are part of the Steve Hoffman forums, and I'm not going to get into the pros and cons of that. It's got its good points. It also has its bad points. I recognize that. But part of that is researching and finding, that particular pressing or that particular title, something that you're after, and you want to know what's out there. Like, what are the variants? What is a preferred pressing? What's a better sounding version of that? And look, I'm not by no means what I would classify as an audiophile snob. I don't buy mo-fis of everything. I don't buy like high-end stuff. But I will admit, in the last few years, I have kind of gotten a little more selective about the vinyl that I buy. And I have a few mo-fis. I have a few sort of high-end pressings, if you will. And I enjoy them. And I know some of you have channels that are just devoted to talking about that and nitpicking over the differences and all that. There's some labels and some records that I will not touch. I won't buy. No matter what the title is. I just don't do it. There's some that I just gung-ho on. We hear names like Chris Bellman and Kevin Gray and Ryan Smith, and those names, the tone poets that Blue Note has put out. There's a lot of different things, and that's what I call the music lover. That's kind of what I am. Now, I kind of dip my toes a little bit into the collector category. I'm not going to just buy a beat up copy of an album just so I can have it. Because my thing is, if I'm not going to play it and I'm not going to get any enjoyment out of it, what's the point of having it? I do love a deal. I love finding a bargain. And so if I can save a few bucks and get a good title, then I'm going to do that. But at the same time, I want to find something that I'm going to enjoy over and over and over again and try to get. I've been very lucky to find some of the stuff that I have. And I feel like my collection's pretty well curated. There's not a lot of beat up junky stuff in there, and I've weeded a lot of that out. But those are the three types of vinyl buyers that I can recognize. Which one are you? And like I said, no judgment here. If you just want to spin records, then that's great. If you want to, if you're like, I only listen to MoFi, or I only listen to high audiophile quality records. Chime in. What do you think? I like varied viewers. I like varied comments. I welcome that. I like the debate. Keep it nice. Keep it friendly. We're not going to point fingers. We're not going to name call, even though I did just name 3 kinds. So the I don't care, I just want it on vinyl, the collector, and the music lover. Those are the 3. What do you think? Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. I love having you along. I appreciate everyone that watches. Again, I can't say that enough. And we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.